Welcome, audio fans. It's time for another episode of the podcast, presented by J&J Production Studios, your home for entertainment with your favorite shows available every week. And now, it's time to begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, good evening, everybody. How's it going? It is me, Sam Crow, here to do another episode for you guys. A very short episode. Let me just flip my screen so it gives me full screen. There we go. More on a somber note, obviously, for a lot of reasons. If you can't tell from the title, if you guys have missed it, and again, if you did, then you clearly do not have internet or do not have any source of news information. But as of yesterday, March 19th, we say goodbye to a true legend. And we learned the death and sad passing of martial arts legend and movie star and TV actor Chuck Norris. One of my personal favorites. Watched a lot of Chuck Norris films. Obviously, watched Walker, Texas Ranger. Who hasn't seen it? Truly classic series. So, in this podcast we have here, this is going to be in our podcast for Aikido and Life in the Martial Arts. Obviously, Chuck Norris, huge in the martial arts world. Very successful career in entertainment. Trained for many years. I've been following him. He's probably obviously I don't train anything. Probably closest thing is we have in common similar is studying a little bit of judo there, which Chuck Norris has his black belt in that art. But no, definitely one of my I guess you could say inspirational for heroes for that one, especially in the martial arts world. Again, Bruce Lee is a big one up there. Of course, there's Steven Seagal and several others for many reasons, but Chuck Norris's brand was always something you aspired to. I read a lot about his philosophies, everything he did through all the arts that he studied and the philosophies he shared. Was huge in the martial arts community, very well loved, very well respected. As of course, always with his movie and TV roles as well, he had left a huge landmark for a lot of reasons. So it is a sad day. Not honestly shocking, at least for me, just because obviously, being at the age he was, and again, we don't know, there wasn't much report issued as to what caused it, but obviously he had been rushed to the hospital, I think, the day before. So obviously some issues there that led to his unfortunate passing, which I assume, based on that information, indicates that he was probably in the hospital at that time. I'm not sure. Could have been home, but either way, gone, and the true legend of a GOAT passing at this point in time. So just want to kind of do this little episode to share condolences to the Norris family, to Chuck's wife, his children, his grandchildren, all his friends. And again, it's still hard though when you kind of reach that epitome of losing someone close to you. Not just a martial arts hero or a TV icon, celebrity, but a father, a brother, a cousin, friend, grandfather. So it's a huge change, and so it points to interest too with how life really is short and how it's things are changing. And one of the things let me finish this first and we'll mention that. But it's a huge turning point when you kind of see these changes happening. We lost a lot of people, a lot of celebrities, a lot of icons that have died within this past year alone. And 2026 is really kicking off with a bang. We're barely into a new year. We're almost 4 months into it, and already a lot of people have died there. Also saw too, I haven't been able to confirm that, but it looks like Nicholas Brennan has also died. You might know him from the series Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Evidently has passed away at age 54. I don't have any details. If you guys see this, I want to leave a comment. Let me know. I haven't read the story yet, what happened, but it's crazy. It's crazy. We're entering a new age and a new era. But at any rate, so one of the things I wanted to mention, along with Chuck Norris, is obviously the Chuckisms, which I know he was a big fan of too over the course of time. One of the things that's really impressive is Chuck Norris's positivity and the words of encouragement and the lessons that he taught with regards to how we'd approach life, faith, and how we share the belief in the Lord there, politics. A lot of things that we were kind of afraid to talk about. And that was really, for me, I think a big reason why he's one of my favorites and why I have a lot of inspiration from him, even though we didn't train exactly in the same arts. I haven't trained as long as he has, obviously, either. But just the um, the words of wisdom, inspiration, from his charities, organizations, his foundations, the things that he really did on and off the screen, but just the positivity for it. And it's interesting how I know I've said this, I've said other people have said this as well. It's important that you kind of you we try to shape the future for generations down the road, but for a man of his longevity, his age, how long he's been around, to say those type of things. I mean, I know it's a lot of old school too, but made a lot of very valiant and poignant points. Um, which again is really inspiring because you don't hear that a lot anymore, especially in this day and age. Sorry, I got a little bit of dust settling everywhere. So I think it's very encouraging, inspiring. I really put out there for anybody who watches this and who hears this too that do some research there, look it for yourself, and just listen to some of the words and the quotes that he left. There's a lot of great inspirational things that are there. I think it's important that we take something from that. So if you haven't seen, you don't have to watch films. You don't have to. I don't know if there's a lot of books. I think there's books written about him. I'm trying to figure out if he's actually wrote any books. I don't know. You would think it would know that, but definitely important to make sure that you, if nothing else, Google that. There's a lot of great there. There we go. And just to hear the words, and you can even research. Look for videos on YouTube. I know there's a lot of interviews that he gave. He said a lot of neat things. Most recently, and over the course of the last 40 years, obviously being in entertainment too. So definitely listen to it. He take those words to heart and share those things. I think that's really key. I kind of equate this similarly. I know he spoke out about it too, and thinking back to the situation, the loss of the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Just how vocal he was about certain things like that, but the positivity, keeping it going. It's very important to have those voices carrying into the future, whether it's for us, current generation, or future generations. Really puts a finer point on why it's imperative that we keep that message going, because if we don't, no one else will. So Chuck Norris will be remembered for a lot of things, from his martial arts career to his acting and everything of that nature. But I'm hoping that there'll be more that we look at the philosophies, the things that he shared, the words that he spoke. And there's a lot of great things that he has said, which I encourage you guys just to look at it. It's incredible. So definitely a huge loss there. But again, as we say, everybody, time waits for no man, and obviously life kind of changes on a dime. So you just don't know. I mean, anymore nowadays, we're not to get too what's the word, in depth and too philosophical about it, and too I'm like too deep, I guess. But we're living in that day and age where those messages have to be shared. So if anything, again, take a lot out of it. You can learn a lot. There's different key points, different avenues, and it's unfortunate it takes someone of a legendary nature to pass to really where the message kind of gets out. But I know Chuck Norris touched a lot of people. I know there's been a lot of people have commented since his passing there. Truly is something special when you show that kind of love and support, especially for the family who are going to be dealing with this for a little bit. So, it's tough, but it's funny too, because I said this, I was sharing this to some folks too, but I even thought to myself, I still see Chuck Norris popping up in the news. I'm like, wonder how long is he going to go? Not to thinking anything of it, of course. And the unique thing was most of you guys probably heard the story. He posted on social media, he was sparring just, I think 10 days, I think it was before, when he said, he made the comment saying, I'm not getting, it was on his birthday. His birthday just came and passed. I'm not getting older. I'm just leveling up. So, was still said to be in good spirits up to the end. So, you just don't know. And that's a good point. A finer point of it is that life is too short. If you want, and I'm trying to do this too. I've been trying to do this for the last few years. I'm trying to do this even still now. It's just getting hard sometimes to kind of see that, but trying to really chase after dreams where I'm hoping things will pan out through, because I'm not getting any younger. I'm getting older. And as we all are, who isn't, right? But, just realizing that, you can't wait for opportunities. You have to make opportunities yourself. because if you don't, no one else is going to do it for you. And I may have said this in another one of our shows before, but it just kind of puts a finer point on it. And so, as I said, I looked up the Chuck Norris, the martial arts part of it, because I've been focusing on that training for many years. Haven't most recently trying to get back into it. But it's been inspirational just to kind of see what he's achieved. And, I always say I don't always train certain things, but Bruce Lee is a huge inspiration for me too. I read a lot of the philosophies behind it, and same thing with Chuck Norris. He had a lot of different takes on throughout his training, what was important, what was things that he developed, that he learned, that he accumulated over the years. Very long time and trained for many, many years. 6-time world champion. I believe I'm not sure exactly what the record is, but I think he holds the record for fastest knockout, which I think was when he won the 1976 World Championship. He won by TKO. He knocked out his opponent, which I forget. I have to look it up. You guys can look it up too. If you see it, let me know. I know it wasn't long. Just really impressive accolades for that. Not to mention an illustrious acting and career, and just a lot of great projects that he did. Even up to his last project, I forget the name of the movie. I did see it, but he was 83 years old. Like, he just did that last one. Like, nothing could slow the man down. So, seen a lot of great memes out there. They're fantastic, and one of them obviously was, yesterday passed away, but Chuck Norris did, and he's still going. My other favorite one, and I said I think Chuck Norris would like this, sharing his belief and his faith in the Lord there, is that God was losing the fight to the devil, and he had to call up Chuck Norris to help save the day. So a lot of great things, all in love, and I think a lot of the family will appreciate that. But it just, as I said it too, we lose a lot of people. It puts a lot of perspective in things, and I think time is just really the greatest lesson that we learn. So when you think about those things, and you think about causes me, like I said, I thought a lot about a lot of things over the last almost couple of years now. Just how where life goes, and don't know where it's going to go, and I still have hopes for a lot of things. I'm still optimistic for a lot of things, but I don't know. But trying to focus and recognize what is taking priority for that too. It's a lot of things I could do differently. I would, just because obviously it wasn't my intention for a lot of things to be happening in life that did. I'm not taking all the blame for a lot of things, because a lot of things were not always up to me, or I want to say not all my fault either. And I'm hoping that there's some things that can still be rectified. I don't know. But just seeing moments like this, it really just kind of puts that in perspective of how, what really matters and what's precious, and what do we do with time we have. And we're chasing always dreams. Everybody's chasing dreams, which you should, but what is it worth, and what's really important? I used to think that it was, and I still somewhat do, chasing the goals that I thought are important to me, trying to find my own niche in life and what I'm supposed to be doing here, why I'm here. Never had that much luck, not till probably about maybe 10, oh gosh, where are we at, 10, 12 years ago, something like that. I just never really recognized what it was that was really inspiring for me. So I don't want to get too personal, but some of you, if you follow, you might know what that means. So, I kind of reflect back on that, because without that, I really don't have anything else going there. But, it causes reflection, and I'm thankful for that. I'm very sad to see Chuck go. But at the same time, quality of life. And I've used his own story in my life to kind of inspiration too, like, just all the accomplishment. And it's different for everybody, but like you have these certain icons that you look up to in people, just to kind of like put yourself in a position of, how do I achieve certain things, and what can I do? And they inspire us, right? They cause us to challenge ourselves. So I think that's great. I think that's huge, and that's vital. But I challenge everybody to really to take moments like this, and just really ultimately realize how much life is precious there. So if I want to keep this short, I wasn't going to do this as a super long episode. I actually have one other promo we're going to launch real quick, just so we can have this too. I want to give an update on this other show. We haven't done any episodes for a while. I want to talk about that, so I'm going to get to that next. But want to give proper due, all due respect there to Chuck. And what I'm going to do actually is, I'm going to share this little thought of insight, And then we're going to take just a quick moment of silence there just to officially recognize Chuck there, maybe a minute or two, just silence, and I'll come back to wrap things up. But I challenge everybody to look at your life, look where you've been, where you've come from, what you've had to go through, the adversities. Um, they always say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I think that's kind of true. And ask yourself, not necessarily what does it all mean? What does it matter? What do you want? Where are you going? How are you going to get there? I think it's huge. I think it's invaluable. I think it's something that everybody can benefit in some way, shape, or form. Doesn't mean you're gonna get everything that you're looking at for or at, but I think that you really kind of will see the importance of what's meaningful and what maybe we have or you didn't realize you had, and then you kind of see that and kind of go back to it. So, kind of like for my case, I know it's cliche to say second chance, probably not for me, but I'm hoping at least another chance to rectify that because I know deep down going in that I reconcile and realize what went wrong, how it went wrong, and definitely in tune to change a lot of things. So, but it's not entirely up to me either. Just in certain aspects of my life, we'll just put it that way. So I'm just waiting. But anyway, so that being said, let's just take a quick moment here, a break of silence. Remember, so Chuck Norris, and again, prayers and blessings, well wishes to the family. Keep your thoughts and minds. I keep putting this back on. I should do this. So we wish the best for you guys there too. Yeah, passing of a true legend. I actually should see. Let me do this instead. Give me 1 second. I'm going to try not to let this kick me off. I think it still goes. I'm not sure. Oh, that's right. I was already online. Let's see. I'm opening another window. I should just be able to hear me okay. Let me see if I can get. I want images. Let's see. I'm trying to find a good one. Make sure where are we at here. Am I still with you? I'm still with you guys. Okay. Yeah, I should have done this. I didn't think about this before. It's a good. That's not a bad one either. Um. um yeah, I kind of want one more heat. Let's see. So many good ones. Let's see if I can download this one here. This is a good one. Let's see. Oh, my foot's falling asleep. I don't want to do that. Goodness gracious. Let's see. Sorry, bear with me here. Yeah, download it again. Okay, there we go. If we're gonna do this right, I want to do this properly. So just bear with me 1 second. Perfect. Okay. All right, and then I just have to come over here. I don't know if it's gonna be full screen. I'm gonna try this first. That is not it. Here we go. Let's see. We're gonna add. Yeah, there we go. This may not be full screen. I'm just gonna check. It kind of is. All right. Well, I'm gonna put this up. I'm gonna mute myself. So we're gonna take just a minute or two, maybe 3. We'll see. I'm gonna let it run just for a moment of silence there to remember a true icon there. Rest in peace to Chuck Norris. Again, prayers and well wishes to the family and friends. Gone but never forgotten. Thank you very much. I know for me, on a personal note, I never met Chuck Norris. I've been a big fan for years. And I guess hopefully maybe I don't know if the family would ever see this, but I want anybody who sees this and knows it or knows Chuck Norris there. I very much appreciate the lessons. I enjoy the entertainment, but just the legacy and everything that you've done. So I know I'm talking to Chuck personally, but thank you very much, Mr. Norris, for everything you gave. I really appreciate that. I know you touched a lot of people and left a great legacy there, and I hope that we can continue that what you left behind there. So put that out there as well. So we'll be right back for more. I'm going to put this up in the background, but oh, actually, it does cover it. Never mind. All right, that works. All right, so we'll be right back for more, guys. Stay tuned. Just take a moment of silence. Thank you guys for tuning in, and then I'll be right back to wrap things up and share with you a bit more information about what's coming up. So stay tuned. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I just wanted to do that properly. So I appreciate you guys indulging us there for a moment. Just want to share lastly, real quick, as we wrap this up here. A lot of exciting things happening. You guys might have seen. If you missed it, you can check it out now. It's available on our YouTube channel. Please make sure if you guys would do this, we really, really appreciate it. You don't have to, but it would mean an awful lot if you would. If I can find, I thought I had where did all my things go? That's not there. Where is it? I don't think I have. Oh, I don't have the like and subscribe options. I'm gonna have to add some of these. Hang on a second. Goodness gracious. Oh, here we go. I can add these. How about that? That's good for now. If you guys can, check it out. Please give us a like and subscribe if you will. And if you click that little notification bell, you'll get notified anytime new content is available, including we did our drinking game episode, which I think did not. Let me just bring that up now since we're talking about it. It should be right towards the top. I think I say that, and yet, yeah, no, that's not the right one. I don't want to spoil that. That's something different. Where are you now? Where are we now? Hang on. I feel like I know I have it. It's definitely, I passed it. Hang on a second. All right, so it is gotta be, oh, it's right in front of me. Wow, my goodness gracious. There we go. If you guys want to make sure you guys can see it. If you did miss it, it's up there now. Here's the promo poster. It's actually going to be the thumbnail on the YouTube channel. But if you guys missed that, did the drinking game challenge last night. We did not do an episode of Pod Squares. We're working on some stuff there. That's going to be coming out. We're looking at doing another game corner this weekend. So we're going to have some games, have some fun. So we'll keep you guys posted there. But make sure you subscribe and like on our YouTube channel. You'll get more information and you'll know anytime we go live when you click that notifications bell. So we'd appreciate that. Adding some new talent to the network. So if you guys missed that, we'll talk about that. Lots of great things coming. We're still working on some details on some stuff. So make sure you guys stay tuned for more. And then, I want to make sure that we get everything to you guys as much as possible. We're going to social again. We're trying to do a little bit at a time, trying to get some things accomplished and everything like that. So I'm going to probably I'm not sure if I'm going to do the other promo. I could do a long episode, maybe tomorrow. It's going to come out soon though, but make sure you guys tune in for more. I appreciate that, guys, checking out here. If you missed whether you watch this live or you watch this later on, the rebroadcast, appreciate that. But thank you guys, of course, for loving the support. Appreciate everything there as well. We'll see you guys at the next show. Again, make sure you follow for more. I'll share more on my personal page as well as every place else. But we appreciate you guys tuning in. We do this for you, and we really appreciate and love you guys so much. So see you next time at the show. Stay tuned for some more updates coming up in the near future. We appreciate that. And again, any support you want to do, we will absolutely love that. So again, for more of our stuff, there's the code, the link up there. Let me run the ticker here real quick. It's right at the bottom here. Just give that another second before we wrap things up. Linktree.com/J_J Production Studios. Make sure you guys check that out today. Lots of great content, all kinds of fun things there as well. Also, be sure to, let me turn this off. Let me run through one more time. Just make sure you guys get a chance to see it. There we go. Make sure you guys also, if you would, give a shout out to and check out if you're in need of, and I want to do a little shameless plug here. I have the new updated poster, but we have to have that for more details as well. But if you guys are in need of some quick cash, if you're not sure what to do with some old junk jewelry you found in a jewelry box or maybe in the closet, we have the perfect solution for that one. Check us out, our friends at Borders Rare Coins and Fine Jewelry. You can buy and sell and get a free estimate, and appraisals are available. Contact and call or text owner Jeff at 973-390-4606, located in Hellertown, PA. If you are coming out locally, I will come and visit you guys. I'd love to do that. Also, you can go visit. Did I put that picture here? I'm pretty sure I didn't. I did. Maybe I got to work on that. I got a whole bunch of things I got to do. But you can also check out the website, bordersrarecoins.com. That's bordersrarecoins.com. You can buy and sell directly on the site. Tell them that we sent you there. We appreciate that shout out as well. But thanks you guys for tuning in. We'll see you at the next episode. Again, we love and appreciate all the support. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Have a great rest of your start to your weekend. Actually, I'm kind of ahead of myself. The weekend's just getting started. I'm always ahead, so I apologize for that. But good night and goodbye for now. Until next time, we'll see you all at the show. Thank you so much again, and happy weekend.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. be sure to check J&J Production Studios on Linktree for all the streaming services and social media accounts where our shows are featured. We love and appreciate all your support. And as always, until next time, we'll see you at the show.